William Hill sponsors Joshua vs Molina on Sky Sports Box Office.
James Holder, IFL TV, in association with Matt King's Gym. We're at the Manchester Arena today. With me, I've got Mondo, Callum Smith, after his brutal win today. 10th round stoppage. Tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, good. Good 10 rounds. I'd have liked to have done it a bit quicker, if I'm being honest. But it's one of them. Started off well, I thought the jab was good, which I've been working on with Joe, but I just felt he was a bit too negative. I don't think he come to fight, to be honest with you. I think a win for him was to go to points. I knew that from the first bell. He was moving. He's moving in his corner, shouting, that's it, move, keep moving. And then when he would engage with me, just go and shout, don't do that, he's looking to counter you, just keep moving. And so I didn't really see the point in it, but you know, I still should be getting him out of there, which thankfully I did in the end. But good shot, thankfully he's okay. It was a bit of a heavy knockdown, but it's another win. 4 fights this year, 4 knockouts. The European title, defending the British title, defending the silver title, and become mandatory for a world title. So as much as it's been a frustrating year, anybody else been the worst of the years, I've had a good year, and I'm ready for the big 17 where I'll fight some of the big names, and I think you'll see the best of me.
Just before we move on to what 2017 may hold, let's just talk a little bit about that third round. Brutal 4-punch combination to put Luke Blackledge down on the canvas, and credit to Luke Blackledge for getting up. He showed he has got a lot of balls tonight, tough man to say the least.
Yeah, it was a good knockdown, and he come out a bit negative, and then when I landed them shots, I thought, there we go, I've got him now, and he held on, he survived, and he got through the round, and then he sort of gave him a full minute to recover, and he was back to normal. And there's a few stages in the fight, I hit him with a good body shot, I heard it, and then the ref jumped in to warn him and took the point off, and I said to the ref, he took that off as he was hurt, and I felt I had him gone, but it's one of them, it's a good learning fight, I got a good 10 rounds. Injury free, no cuts, no bad hands, so I've entered the year well, and look forward to having a good look over Christmas.
As you mentioned, good to get that first defence of the British title. I know you've been wanting to defend this belt for a while, but it's been a struggle to get you sort of matched to defend it.
Yeah, it was just over a year ago I won it. It was a fight that was called for me in Fielding. I won it, and then I had to wait for another one to be called. That was my mandatory Luke BLACKLEDGE. But when I boxed with the British, people thought I was past domestic level, but I said it was a belt I wanted to win. It's a lovely belt, Lonsdale, and all my brothers are winning. I wanted to win it, and I'm glad I finally got to defend it. It's a great belt to have. I've defended it now, and hopefully I can move on, win a world title, and then I can vacate it. But it's something I can always say. I've won a British title, and I've defended it successfully. So I'm pleased overall.
Has it been quite a frustrating period for yourself, knowing you're in that mandatory spot and having fights where you may not have the fear factor? Before this fight, I'm talking about where you've sort of got to get yourself up for it and keep performing.
Yeah, 100%. The Ragas fight at the time was a test for me. I come through it. The Fielding fight was a test for me. I feel it brought the best out of me. The Hamady fight, European champion, a test for me. And then since then, I've just sort of had fights where all right names. DeGALE has a good record, but it was a fight that I was expected to win, and 40 seconds into the fight, I sort of knew I was going to win it, and I allowed myself to switch off. But that's something I need to work on myself personally. But I won't have that at the highest level. If I win a round, I've won the round, and I'm happy. I'm not sitting down thinking I've won that, but it was boring. It's more just about winning the round. So it's something I've got to work on. I said I'd learned it last time, and I allowed it again today, round 7-8. I sort of switched off and was getting frustrated. In fact, he didn't want to fight, so it's still stuff. I'm still learning, I'm only young, but I do feel the better the opponent, the better I'll be. And if I tell the truth, I don't know what we'll see in 2017. It's time to test myself against the best.
Now, for you, all eyes will turn to the unification. James DeGALE, BADOU, Jack, putting it all on the line. How do you see that fight playing out, and what chances do you give of James DeGALE of unifying the division?
I give him a massive chance, to be honest with you. I think it's a good fight. Me and you were there in Washington and watched the two of them up close.
It was indeed, yeah.
I think if you go recent performances, you could say to 50-50. Jack's improved a lot since winning the title. A good win over DeGALE, good win over Goals. In my eyes, a good win over Butte. I thought he won that. DeGale's looked very good in parts, but switched off in parts. So if you take them into account, then it's a good fight. But I just think a unification will bring out the best in both fighters, and I think if that happens, the best of both fighters turns up, DeGALE should have the edge, and I do think he wins it.
How will you deal with basically James DeGALE if he does win the unification? I know you're friends, but it's business. Business will always take precedent over friendship in boxing. But how personal will you put that aside?
Yeah, it's one of them. I know quite well. I've known him a long time. He's very close to his brother Stephen. I like him. He's a good fighter. I'm a fan of his fight style. I like him as a person. But I'm in this sport to become a world champion, and he's got it. So if that's the case, then we'll fight. I'm not going to be one of them who'll sit and slag him in press conferences. I haven't done it in 21 fights before, 22 now, so I'm not going to start doing it now. I don't take anything personal. It's a job. It's a dream of mine to become a world champion, and it's a job. It's a way of making money. So it is just a business, and I'm sure we'll be friends after it. And it'll be a great fight. He's a double world champion. I'm sure it'll be a good fight over here, and it will generate quite a bit of interest. And it'll be something I look forward to.
So 90 days after the unification, your bout has to be scheduled. Is that right?
I think there's a 28 days negotiation period to set a fight, then has to take 90 days after it. Something like that. I'm not too clued up, to be honest with you. I haven't really looked too much into it, knowing I had fights coming up. But I'll sit down and speak with Eddie and Joe and we'll see what's happening. But as I say, I'll be over there January 14th and look forward to watching a good fight.
So potentially in May, we could see you fight for a world title.
Yeah, that's the plan, 100%. Yeah, that is the plan. If I'll fight the winner of that, if they move up or some reason vacate, then I'll fight someone else. But 2017, I will fight for the world title.
Have you visualised the moment where you lift that IBF belt up?
Yeah, all the time. Even since I was a kid, when you're out on your runs and stuff, and your man wanders, you dream of becoming a world champion. I always have done. And a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't look past this fight, but it hasn't just been recently. I've been doing it since I was a kid. It's just every kid dreams of becoming a world champion. I'm 36 minutes away from becoming a world champion. It sounds crazy when you think of it, but I've worked hard over the years to get to where I am, and I'm not going to fall at the last hurdle.
You've seen brother Liam Smith become a world champion, winning that WBO title. Yeah. You've seen your other brothers come mighty close to being world champions. Yeah. Does that drive you, the fact that you've seen their failures as well as successes? Yeah, 100%.
It's tough to become a world champion. You don't give them out, and my brothers have come up against some good champions. It's one of them, and there's other fights in the gym. Scott Quigg, Callum, I've seen them become world champion, lose them, and look to get them back again. It's one of them, and DeGALE or Jack would be a very tough fight for me. I'm not sitting around saying I wipe the floor with either of them. They're both good fighters, but I do believe I'm good enough to beat them, and I just feel like to be given the chance, which I feel will come next year.
Big 2017 for Callum Smith on the cards. Any preference of where you would like that fight? Where do you see it taking place?
Either, it's DeGALE, then I think it'll be over here, London, Liverpool. I don't really mind. It's a world title fight. I'd go anywhere for it. Jack wins. They say we'll try and get him over here, which would be brilliant. But I honestly would love to fight in America for a world title. It's just stay up late to the kids watching the big fights, and my family can stay up late and watch me. And it would be good, and I wouldn't mind going over to America. So I'm not fussed at all. It's not as if it's like a Russian fight and there's a chance I could have to go to Moscow or something. It's America. It's a nice place, and it's where all the big fights have happened over the years. So DeGALE, England, Jack, USA. I'm not fussed.
We know in your career you haven't had really any bad blood in press conferences. You're very well spoken, quite articulate in the way you approach things. How would you deal with someone like Derek Chisora in a press conference? If you had sort of someone like that coming at you in your face, how would you respond to that? I
don't know, because I think someone like Chisora, he needs someone to bite back from to actually lose it. I think if he's trying to do that and he's not getting anything back, then you can't flip the table for nothing. He needs something to make him do that. So it's one of them. I think when you get two characters on the one table, i.e. Derek Chisora, Dillian White, i.e. Tony Bellew, David Day, something's bound to happen. But if one person's not retaliating, then it sort of puts water on the other one's fire, so to speak. So I'm not a bad man. I'm quiet outside the ring, so it'd be a bit out of character for me to up and sit down and start slagging people off. So I do my talking in the ring. I always have to. I like to think I'll continue to do so.
I'm sure you have a serial killer moment at one point in your career. There's going to come that one moment where we witness it. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Congratulations on your win today.
Thank you, mate.
We look forward to setting a big 2017. Enjoy your Christmas.
Thank you.
With your family and stuff.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.